is now my actual monthly expense. I'm going to put $225 for my actual clothes. And for my rent, it was $700. And I'll figure out transportation in a minute. For food, it was $520. Furniture I didn't have. Phone was $100. Car insurance was $215. Gas was $105. Medical dental was $215. And now remember that these numbers are already done. So I can just look back to my previous work to see what my answers were. These are set. These are set things. The 105 is set. And now the clothing, I have to figure out the new 225 divided by 2520 equals 9%. And I originally budgeted 10%. So I saved a little bit of money there. So that's good. And my food, 520 divided by 2520 is 21%. And my transportation, let's say I went under budget on my car. I need to. So let's say I bought a car for $14,000. Then I would take $14,000 and subtract $6,000 down payment, and then divide by the 60 months, and I would get $133. So that's $133. And then I would divide 133 divided by 2520 equals 5%. So that was a big savings there. But my rent, 700 divided by 2520 is 28%. So that went up. And these are the things you need to be looking at as you go through your project. You know, you can look at the original, you can look at what went up, what went down, and now I'm going to stop the video. I'm going to calculate all my percentages and find out what I have left to fill in these boxes. Okay, so I found out I'm at 94%. So if percent is out of 100, I have these 4 categories that I have left to spend on. And I have 6% left. 100 minus 94 is 6%. So this is where it comes in. You determine what's important to you. Is it important to have a gym membership, to pay to get your hair done, your nails done, to have cable, to buy video games? That would all go in here. So you would want a bigger percentage here. Or maybe savings. Maybe it's real important to you to save because you have young kids, you want to save for their college, you want to save for your retirement. The savings would go there. Maybe it's real important to you to give money to charity, to give money to your church. Pull money out first. Maybe recreation is real important to you. Going to the movies, going to play video games, going on a trip. All of those things you have to budget for. So you have to decide where that 6% goes. And I can't tell you what's important to me isn't the same thing that's important to you. So you put that and just know whenever you're discussing it or answering your questions or thinking about it, that you're thinking about what's important to you and why you put the percentages in that you did. So I'm just going to put 2%. So I have 6, and I'm going to put 2%. That's 4. I'm going to put 1% and 1%. And then I'm going to figure out these percentages, and the this is 25, and this is 25, and this is 50, and this is 50, and I'm going to add all these up and get my total and see how close I am to my budget. It should be really close, just to change for rounding. Okay, so here I have written down the amounts, I have found out the percentages, and I have specified whether it's a necessity in or a luxury L. A necessity is something I absolutely have to live. A luxury is a nice to have. This is a have to have and then a nice to have. And I put nice to have next to transportation and clothing because, you know, I would like to have a really expensive car and really expensive clothes, but I don't have to have that. I can have a lower price car and less expensive clothes. Phone, I could adjust that because I'm saying me and my husband would have a phone. Maybe only one of us would have a phone. Maybe we would carry it every other day. And then necessities are car insurance and gas if I have a car, and medical and dental insurance. I have to have that because without that, how would I meet the if I had a medical emergency? And then other gym, beauty, cable, and other things from qualification card, I'm saying 50 bucks. It's not a lot. Not a lot to spend on those things that I would want to pick from, but that's really all I had left because whenever I came down to it after putting the 5 in, I had 94% left, so I had to take 6% and spread it out. And this is what it looks like, and luxury, 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 luxury. So those are extras that, you know, I barely have any money to put in. And then I put that savings is a necessity because if I don't save a little bit of money every month, I'm not going to be able to make those big purchases or have money later on. And so my total, whenever I did all the money up, it was $2,413, and you know that my total from my wages page was $2,520. So it's different because all of these are rounded. They're all rounded numbers. So the difference is $31. So in my presentation, I would say the difference is $31, and where I would spend that $31, where I would put that $31. Would I put extra money in recreation so I can have fun? Would I put extra money into my church and charity? Would I put extra money into my savings? Where would I put that $31?